and his English works, it has an immense contribution, and the need of the time is to evaluate, assess him, and apply his principles of Jainism in our day-to-day life and also politics like him. And I think he holds a very significant position, mainly his Satyagraha movement, which was based on this non-violence principle, and it was a sort of spiritual purification also. I think the topic Jain ethics in English writings has almost become a way of life. Main principle which appealed us is the principle of renunciation. Renunciation means all kind of renunciation we see in Gandhiji's life, like materialistic renunciation of all kind of possessions. He followed the Jainism principle of non-stealing, which literally doesn't mean stealing. It means not acquiring more than required, because it multiplies the need and greed of man. So not having more possessions, it's like a minimalistic philosophy which is prevalent nowadays, and means renunciation regarding materialism, possessions, and even because he followed the celibacy. Then greed, putting an end to our greed, because there is no end to greed. And his main principle to live and let live is holds very much value in today's life. And main thing is that he gave selfless service to mankind, and even see so many of his concepts and ideologies can be applied in today's life, like make in India, which stresses on Indian made goods and boycotting the foreign goods and promoting the local labor. So, on the whole, I have found that Shreya Jain's topic was very much relevant, and I have found that the principles and ideologies and doctrines of Mahatma Gandhi can very well be applied in today's time, and it will lead to the development of our country also, and it will guide a way people to adopt this kind of lifestyle also. Then very minor thing I would like, that he adopted the principle in jail of this habit in jail of eating before sunset, 6 o'clock, which is very much Jain. Jains take their food before sunset, and scientifically speaking, also that it helps in your healthy lifestyle and digestive system, and it is now being followed by so many people that they finish their meals before 6 to 7 o'clock. Very nice presentation, Shreya, and congratulations. You have amply covered the topic, and I'm very happy with your presentation.
Now I request expert to enlighten us with her expert remarks.
A very good afternoon to Dr. Ashok Sachdeva, Dr. Usha Jain, Siddiqui sir, my colleagues, and all the research scholars. Shreya, first of all, I must congratulate you on this wonderful presentation. And the choice of the topic is really very balanced and logical, and it's very relevant in this contemporary world, which is full of violence and materialism. The topic Jain ethics in English writings of Mahatma Gandhi. You very well proceeded with the introductory part, where you researched about the origin of Mahatma Gandhi's childhood, where his mother followed the Baharji Swami. Then you talked about the Jain ethics of truth, non-violence, non-stealing, renunciation, and celibacy. Very, I mean, in English writings, you mentioned where did he all write his books like My Experiments with Truth. And then in journals also he was writing Harijan India, which was published in Hindi and Gujarati. And then you talked about the Anektavad, Salekhna and Shamavad. The Anektavad, it is so relevant. Jainism, Mahatma Gandhi and Indian culture, Indian society, everywhere, this diversity in unity is there. And we can stand as a nation when we neglect the feuds based on linguistic diversity, caste diversity. Likhna is an important ritual, and Mahatma Gandhi also, he followed the principle. And what he said about this thing, that you cannot take which you cannot make. This line is very catching. I like this line, Shreya. You cannot take what you cannot make. And he was there with minimum of things. And all the problems in today's world arrive because we are into hoarding. We want to hoard as much as is possible. And this hoarding gives rise to corruption, crime, and all those things. So this topic, it will enlighten definitely the students to think on different lines. And then Shamavani, forgiveness, of course, is a jewel. And then Mahatma Gandhi, of course, was influenced by Jainism. Then he has written his views related to Gita also. Shreya, you yourself are Jain, so you know all the Jain philosophy. And then education, you also actually trace the similarity between Jainism and Gandhi's views on education. We talked about Namokar Vanth. And one thing that Shreya, I would like to ask you after my this thing is over, speech is that one question, that how will you differentiate between dharma and religion? Shreya?
Dharma and religion. Ma'am, I think both are, ma'am, dharma means, I think both are same, but
Like
religion is based on the karma of a person. Maybe. It is based on the behavior of a person.
Religion.
Yes.
This question may be asked, so I'm asking wrong. Actually, dharma is, what you think is righteousness. What is right, moral. And religion means what do you follow? How do you follow? Religiously follow, I mean, the ritual or the methods or the teachings. Like in religion, in Jain religion, you talk about samastu karan ichha hai. All those things. तो इच्छाओं का शमन करना है, इंद्रियों पर विजय पाना. So all those things, that is the religion. I am telling you it in very short. You can further, research on this thing. And Shreya, what do you think is your original, outcome? What are your, original findings of your work?
Findings. Ma'am, means how it can be beneficial for the society.
Yeah, beneficial for the society, or what's new? What new you could evolve?
So, by applying the principle of Jainism, Gandhi got success in improving the condition of deprived society. The principle of Gandhi was proved helpful for the entire humanity. So, present study on English writings of M.K. Gandhi will be beneficial for the society if it will be published in the form of book. And Gandhi advocated the vocational education throughout his life, and according to him, education should be given in our mother tongue that can be understood by the large number of people. So the present education policy is also speaks of the vocational education and teaching in vernacular language to reach the large audience. So we are adopting this.
Good, Shreya, because linguistic part is, I think, is our weak point. Because mother tongue education in mother tongue is very important, and I think Gandhiji was ahead of his time when he talked of Swaraj, when he talked of Gramodaya, or when he talked of local industries. So I think your research work and this should enlighten the students further to go into the villages, development of the villages, and the development of a kutir udyog, and the development of our mother tongue. So congratulations, Shreya, for the wonderful presentation.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Dr.
ma'am.
Manisha Pandey, madam. Thanks, Dr. Garima Chhabra, madam. Now we have two observers here, Dr. Preeti Bhatt and Dr. Vinita Sulekar. I invite both of them. I invite Preeti to speak a few words and her observation remarks. Dr. Preeti Bhatt.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Being an observer for today's session, I would like to add few things regarding to the topic. Gandhiji, whom we all revere as the father of nation, was Jain in spirit, ideas, and philosophy. Gandhiji always advocated Jain philosophy of ahimsa and aparigraha. Among Jains, one of the greatest virtues is to show compassion and kindness to fellow living beings.
Court case.
The clear rule for Jain monks is that all possible care must be taken not to harm any living being while walking, speaking, or performing any excretory acts. So, to the Jains, ahimsa is the supreme religion. Gandhiji's non-violence does not admit of running away from danger. He was of the opinion that we should always make out some solutions. According to Gandhiji, are so intertwined that it is practically impossible to separate them. They are the two sides of the same coin. It was his unshakable belief that India's destiny is to deliver the message of non-violence to the mankind. So I would just like to congratulate Shreya Jain for working on this very relevant topic and also for her satisfactory presentation. I also thank Dr. Sachdeva sir for such a wonderful work, guiding a wonderful work, and also thank him for making me a part of this Viva. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Preeti Bhatt, madam. Actually, this is the occasion. Pre-submission Viva is a platform where you get the feedback, the observations and suggestions so that you can finally incorporate them into your final submission of the thesis. So that's why the importance of pre-PhD Viva is there. And that is why it has been envisaged by the university that prior to submission, a Viva should be conducted. So this is the sole purpose, that you get feedback, your suggestions, valuable remarks, academic inputs, which you can, of course, amend your work, do the corrections, final revisions before you finally submit your work. I invite Vinita to say a few words. Dr. Vinita, is she available? No?
Hi. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Please, we need your remarks.
Very sorry. I'm very busy with something.
Yeah.
I would like to congratulate the student and the talk really relevant to today's crisis, whatever they are going on. And I'm thankful to you, but as I was not pre-informed, so I was not well prepared for everything. And I'm busy with some criteria work. So please, you continue.
Thank you so much, Dr. Vinita.
I would like to
Actually, this pre-PhD Viva has been submitted and have been arranged on a very short notice, within a notice of It was decided last evening. So, with the permission of the principal, because of the uncertainty of time, the candidate will have to submit her work. And if Anita Khare is available, I ask her to take a vote of thanks if she is available. Ah, Manisha Pandey would like to speak if possible.
Congratulations, Dr. for this wonderful work, and we are proud to have him among us as a senior faculty because so many PhDs, I don't even remember the exact number, have been awarded. And then even when he is not the supervisor of so many students, he helps them, guides them. So he's a devoted scholar, selfless person. And I'm so happy that yet another PhD is being submitted under his supervision. And he works so coolly. We have so many pressures in the college, open book exam and everything, but he manages everything very swiftly and smoothly. So congratulations, Dr. Sachdeva.
Thank you so much, Dr. Pandey, for your kind words and words of encouragement. This is part of our duty, and we are discharging our duties by conduction of this pre-submission viva as well as main viva. And with this, I propose a vote of thanks. I am thankful to the principal in charge of Dr. Ali Siddiqui and Dr. Usha, Chairman Board of Studies, and our two subject experts, Dr. Manisha Pandey and Dr. Garima Chabra, two observers, Dr. Preeti Bhatt and Dr. Vinita, and all the participants. But for all the participants who have joined here today, it would not have been possible to conduct this viva. They are the participants who made this viva successful, and those who are also pursuing their PhD. I can see many scholars here. They will be benefited by the viva. They will come to know that how this pre-submission viva is conducted and what is the procedure nowadays. And those who are doing their coursework also, there are many of them are present here. So it's the duty of a professor to involve all the students, all the researchers, PhD coursework students, research scholars, and those who are pursuing their PhD to attend such vivas, as many as they can, so that they can themselves prepare well, and they should be mentally prepared that how they are going to conduct their own vivas in future. So this is a very essential activity for all of us, and with this, I express my deep sense of gratitude, of course, on behalf of the candidate also, because she was the master of the ceremony today, in the sense that she had to make her presentation. And if you have at all any inputs, suggestions, feedback, criticism, appreciation, please do forward to Shreya Jain so that she can make final changes her in thesis. Whatever you feel about Mahatma Gandhi, about Jainism, about literature, about the various aspects in the presentation slides she exhibited here, you can give your valuable inputs to her directly so that she can incorporate all of them. With this, I would like to end this session, and thanks to all of you. As a PhD supervisor and her research supervisor, I feel highly privileged to have conducted this viva, and very soon we want to see Shreya Jain coming in the final PhD viva after her submission. Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I would like to thank Principal Sir Dr. Anis Siddiqui, my supervisor Dr. Ashok Sir. It was by his effort this pre-PhD viva was possible today. And thank you, sir, for your guidance and encouragement throughout this period. And I'm thankful to Dr. Manisha Pandey and Dr. Garima Chabra, who made the viva graceful by their benign presence as a chairperson. Your suggestion will help me in improving the quality of my thesis, and I will incorporate your views in my thesis. I think Dr. Usha Jain, ma'am, who attended the presentation as a chairperson of Board of Studies, and I think Dr. Preeti Bhatt, and other professors and research scholars, and my friend, were present, engaged, and area used. Thank you, sir.
So can we leave? We are all leaving now. Thank you so much. बहुत देर लगा दिया. So we end this session with the permission of all the participants. Thank you so much.